What is a disturbing truth that you know? When police go out to find missing persons, they frequently find several unrelated bodies. This is slightly different, but I thought you might be interested. A few years ago, the body of a woman was found in a peat bog near Manchester. A man came forward and admitted he had killed his wife and buried her there. She had been subject to a missing persons case years before, but even though he was prime suspect, no evidence was found, so he wasn't charged. Subsequently, the body was carbon dated and estimated to be from Roman times. He then withdrew his confession. Nice try, but was found guilty of his wife's murder. If, God forbid, you get cancer and need chemotherapy, when they administer the chemo through the IV, you can taste it. It tastes like chemicals. No one prepared me for that. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Hank Green explained this in one of your videos. It's because you are exhaling the chemicals a bit from the IV. Lungs are a waste disposal route for carbon dioxide in the blood, and other chemicals can be disposed in part that way as well. It's why breathalyzers work for alcohol too. Now an old but gold Reddit post. What is the scariest story you know that is 100% true? I would call it creepy more than scary, but my mom's friend had a small house and lived alone. She noticed weird things. A batch of soup depleting faster than usual, missing eggs, damp towels in the hamper when she hadn't used any, extra dishes in the dishwasher, etc. This went on for months. She thought she was just being forgetful. One day, she heard some thumping around in her attic and went to investigate. She found some makeshift living quarters, small radio, hot plate, sleeping bag, pillow, food wrappers. She called the cops who came to keep an eye on the place. They ended up catching a homeless man climbing a tree, trying to sneak into her attic window. He had been doing this almost daily. He would wait for her to go to work, then go downstairs and help himself to food and amenities. The funny part about this story is they got to know each other throughout the ordeal, and the guy was actually very respectful, just down on his luck. She didn't press charges. Instead, let him move in, helped him get a job, and he lived in the attic until he got back on his feet. Aww. Creepy shit with a happy ending. My mom was driving, and a guy ran out in the road, so she stopped so she couldn't hit him. It was nighttime, so it was pretty dark out, and 3 other men emerged from the forest around, all trying to use the door handles of her car to get in. She locked them, luckily, and gassed it to the nearest town. Remember to always lock your car after you start it, because if it wasn't unlocked, who knows what would have happened to her. Not as scary as some of the stories here, but I was pretty horrified when my dad told me the story. There are some really big houses in the woods in my hometown. One of the owners went out drinking with his buddies and realized he forgot the key to the gate when he got home. So he decided to just climb the gate. While climbing in his drunken state, he slips and his leg gets pierced by one of the spikes on the gate. He was hanging there but too afraid to call for his wife. Since he was sure she would just open the automatic gate from inside the house, and since it was one of those gates that slides to the side, it would just rip his leg off if she did. He was hanging there the entire night until his wife woke up, saw him, and called the fire department. My dad, who is one of the firefighters that showed up, said they had to saw up the spike to get him off. Just imagine hanging from your own gate all night, not being able to call for help. What's a truth that becomes even scarier the more you think about it? Children born today will never know a time when machines couldn't talk to them. Cheetahs have inbred so much, veterinarians don't need to find a specific organ donor during surgery. They're virtually the same inside and out. A cheetah could theoretically receive an organ transplant from any other cheetah without fear of rejection. Yeah, any other fucking cheetah. In most cat species, enzymes in the blood differ genetically between individuals by 20% to 50%, but cheetahs' blood enzymes are all alike. Every fucking enzyme. Muppets have forward-facing eyes, which means they were predators at one time. That you don't actually notice the moment you're living the last time you ever see someone. There's no warning, no dramatic music. Just an ordinary day you don't realize won't ever come back. The more you sit with that, the heavier it gets.